Real estate has taxes, unfortunately, but smart investors often pay way less than what you might think. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about just how. What's happening, everybody? I'm Randy Wolfe, and before we dive in, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you are wanting to learn how to invest in real estate. And if you like, you can even check out my private real estate community where I coach new and aspiring real estate investors. I've got that link in the description below. So let's talk about the main taxes that you're going to face as a real estate investor. So the big one is capital gains. So you're going to have capital gains taxes whenever you sell properties. You're going to have also taxes that you pay on the rental income that you receive, and you're going to pay property taxes. Those are the main taxes that you will pay when you have investments in real estate. And depending on the type of capital gains, it could be long-term capital gains, it could be short-term capital gains. Just kind of depends on how long you end up holding the property. Now, there are ways to reduce taxes that you pay, or even in certain cases eliminate the taxes that you pay. And the first one of those ways is depreciation. So depreciation, if you have rental properties, for example, you're able to write off, it's sort of like paper losses, write off the depreciation of a property. There's certain things that the IRS says has a certain amount of life, and you can depreciate those. And now with some legislation, you can even bonus depreciate, which is really exciting because you can front load a lot of that depreciation as well. Another way you can reduce your taxes is by taking deductions. So there are a ton of deductions in real estate that we have. Some are the standard things like mileage and stuff like that, but others are repairs, interest that we pay on loans, management, those sort of things. A third way that you can reduce your taxes, and this is a really cool thing to do, is you can do what's known as a 1031 exchange. And the 1031 exchange is when you ultimately sell a property, if it qualifies, you can 1031 exchange that, and that defers the capital gains by reinvesting that in another like property. And then if you do that over and over and over, and eventually you get to a point to where in hopefully very old age you pass away, then basis of those properties will actually step up to your heirs, and they will avoid having to pay taxes on those. So that's a very pretty there's some really good incentives when it comes to saving on taxes in real estate investing. Now, one of the things that you want to make sure you do is you want to track every single expense from day one. Don't end up missing the opportunity to pay less in taxes, or even, some of these write-offs can save you a ton of money. So that's an action step you really want to take. And then also meet with a tax pro who really understands real estate. So as you scale your real estate business and grow, you're going to need to make sure you have a good bookkeeper. You're going to need to make sure you have a really good CPA that understands real estate. And you really want to be able to have strategy where you can actually strategize and do things on the front end, not wait until it's time to file your taxes. At the end of the day, taxes don't have to kill your profits. And so you can use the system, the way that these tax laws are written, you can actually use them to your advantage being a real estate investor. So definitely don't sleep on some of the opportunities that you have to very drastically lower your tax liability, or even in some cases eliminate your income tax altogether. So if you're a real estate professional status, you can actually even write off things, you can depreciate things, and that can actually go towards lowering your active income, which is amazing and can get your tax liability to very, very little. So as always, if this video has been helpful, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested to take a look at my private community, I'll put that link in the description below. But as always, appreciate you being here today, and I'll see you on the next video.